All right, good. Not Rio with the blurry background. You gotta get your movie set up right, Rio. You know,
Nah,
you know
I
you're the
really
star
was
of the
just,
show.
yeah, whatever. You invented this, brother. I'm just along for the ride.
Nah, that's a lie. The star of the show. You had to put the blurry background on, let them know that
How you do that?
it's on him.
I don't know, but I just over here fooling with the iPad, dog.
Oh yeah, yeah. We getting right over here.
Because your name is presented as Music Soul Child. Oh, music. Wait, Suck Child.
Music Soul Child. Yeah.
There's a K right there. I'm not tripping. There's a K and a
Oh,
B.
oh man. I don't know.
Yeah, you didn't spell
I
it
got mixed. Yeah. Yeah. I got mixed up.
Cuzzo, man, appreciate you joining the show, man. How you doing
Thank
today?
you, man. Doing good, man. Doing good, man. Um, let's get to business with the Broncos, man.
We'll get started on that. Get started on that shortly, man. See, we got to check on Rio, see how his day going. Now.
Oh
Start the
yeah,
show.
yeah. Yeah,
We got to check
let's
on
take on
Rio.
Rio, man.
You know, if Rio not happy, then the show don't continue to go. All right. Let's just keep it
Wow.
moving. Okay.
Yeah, right.
So Rio's not happy. We got to make sure that Rio's happy. He's
Oh
okay,
yeah.
Don't
so we
tell
can
nobody that
continue on
lie.
with the show. All right. Don't you ever forget that, cousin.
All right, my bad.
Oh man, I've been getting a spam call from this 252 number all day long. It's ridiculous. Let's see. How's your day going, real man? How you doing
Man,
today?
I'm good, man. I hope y'all doing well, man. I'm just trying to stay out the way.
That's a fact. I agree 100%. I
Hey
I was
man, what you started? You started the beard moving motion.
so I said I accidentally, Lord, please, how do you lock this? How do you lock this right now? How do you lock this? I
Chat.
accidentally sent the link to my family group chat. I don't need none of them coming in. There it is. All right, there. They was going. They was gonna stop popping in here. Uh oh yeah. So I had my beard was like it was super flaky, and I was tired of it. So it was kind of hard to moisturize it while I had it. So I figured I just started from scratch and started like a whole face cleansing routine. You know, making sure the beard's moisturized, making sure the face is moisturized and everything's clean. So I told Adira, I said, listen, man, the beard about to go. I'm about to start on this whole new journey, start over. So, you know, I had to get used to it. So she didn't like it at first, but you know, she got used to it. But it'll be back. Like I said, I shaved this. That's like 2 days ago.
Okay.
So it'll be back in a couple of weeks.
You a soldier boy. I'm
Oh yeah.
scared too. I'm scared to see what I look like now. Man,
Man,
it's been a long time.
you know who I look like? I look like my father. And I immediately regretted it as soon as I shaved my face. I was like, dang, I
Hey,
guess
dog,
reason.
I mean, we had the frozen in college, right?
Yeah.
So I cut my I cut my beard off and left my mustache and look like and a nigga said I look like Martin Luther King, bro. From that, bro. When I tell you that shit, it was so bad because I had nothing to come back with. I just had to take that L, bro. That shit to this day is still funny as hell,
I gotta see it now.
bro. I
Oh
wish
That
I had
boy
a
no.
picture,
said he was
Oh
saying like
no.
MLK.
Oh
bro.
no.
I had nothing but a mustache and the fro was like perfect. I came straight from the barbershop, man. That makes but you legit like Martin Luther King. Well, that shit is so funny. It hurt me at first because I ain't had nothing to come back with. But now that I think about it, that shit's so funny. Yeah, that shit's so funny.
That boy said you like MLK. That's tough. That's tough.
Oh boy,
Yeah, but
daddy back.
it'll be a couple weeks to go back. I'll be fine.
Yeah, dog.
I ain't got nothing crazy. As long as it's back before Friendsgiving. And I think that's when we take a ton of pictures.
Yeah.
Friendsgiving.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, hopefully it'll be back by then. It will be. It will be.
I can't even grow a beard, man. So I'm struggling. So
Man, sorry, man. It's not
It's overrated, dog.
It is
Yeah.
because let me tell you something about them flakes, man. Flakes.
You've been fight forever trying to get it out for real.
As soon as you mess up and stop moisturizing for a week, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
It's over. Like in the week, it seems like for a lot of people it's a long time. But with your schedule, you waking up, going to work, going to the gym, doing your whatever you do, play the game, whatever. You forget, it's kind of you forget the aspect, and especially if it's not ingrained in your routine. So a week go by, 5 or 6 days go by, you haven't moisturized your beard. It's over. Don't wear a black shirt. It's over. It's gonna be Christmas all down there. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Yeah, so nah, man, it definitely feels overrated. But I think for a lot of our viewers that's gonna tune in tonight, they haven't seen me with a beard for the first time in a while. I remember I was gonna go see Adira while we were dating way back in the day because we've been married for 4 years now. It's kind of crazy. When we was dating way back in the day, I was gonna go see her for the first time, and I was shaving myself up. I had my beard, my mustache, and shaved myself up. Nick too much off the beard. I mean, off the mustache.
Mm-hmm.
Now you think? I feel like for the most part, the mustache and beardless combo works fine.
Yeah,
but the mustacheless beard combo.
yeah.
I was like, man. I said, so I can't go up there with the baby face. So I gotta keep the beard, man. I shaved out that mustache, man. My upper lip was naked.
No confidence.
Man, I still got pictures to this day. And she never said anything though. She never said anything. But I know my pride on the inside. I was nervous. I was nervous. I ain't never had the mustacheless beard combo before. Because for most people, you get the mustache first. Beard come in later.
Second,
Nah, Jeez, the upper lip naked. Oh man,
with a full beard.
What they say? What they say up in New York? No bev, no bev. Yeah, no stash, no stash. Completely gone. Yeah, that was a tough couple weeks for me, man. And then it grew back all weird. I had to wait to go to a barbershop to actually get it fixed. So yeah, it was bad. It's bad. But let's get started with some sports. Welcome back, sports fans, to the ugly truth, where we tell you what you need to know rather than what you want to hear. And sometimes it can get ugly. As always, we got a good one here for you tonight. I'm with my man, my cousin, from another brother. He there. He's in the family. The first time being on the show, Cuzzo, aka Cuzzo the Postman. Cuzzo, tell the people how you feeling today, man.
Man, I'm feeling great today, man. I'm having a great day. Ready for football. Football tomorrow. I'm ready for Sunday's slate, and I'm ready for Monday. See what my team do.
Yes, sir. I heard a quote earlier today. I'm gonna go ahead and repeat it. It's a great day to be great. It's a great day to be great. Even though it's 8:00 at night, you can still do something great. It's a great day.
Oh yeah.
And you know what time it is. It's time to introduce my co-host. One of the greatest sports minds I know. One of the meanest handles out there. Calm under pressure. One of the most cleanest route runners in college football. If you don't know, look up his tape. It's there. It's there. The only reason why he's not in the NFL right now because of 2 blown ACLs in the same knee. I'm here with the one and only Rio. Rio, how you doing tonight, man?
Trado, Cuzzo, what's happening, man? I hope y'all boys doing all right. I'm blessed, bro. Ain't no reason to complain.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you. I appreciate you guys joining in. Cuzzo, I know this is last minute, so I truly appreciate you for joining the show.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Always and forever, I appreciate Rio for doing this with me. Absolutely love it. And from the bottom of my heart to Rio, and I would like to thank you guys for tuning in, supporting us, whether you're watching this live or catching the stream later on. You could be watching at work while you're in the toilet, while you're in the bed. It don't matter. We just appreciate you guys tuning in. Grateful that you're watching, listening. Now, let's get into some sports. For the most part, everybody who watches the show will know when we have a guest on, there's a reason. There's something that's tied in with having a guest on the show. And today's topic, today's question, the first one we have is, why are the Broncos so stinky butt? It's the best way I can put it. But what's causing them to go down this spiral drain of it's below mediocrity, right? They trade for Russell Wilson, mortgage their entire future for this quarterback, and he gets here, and it's the Let Russ Cook show, but my man's burning up everything in the kitchen. So we have one of the biggest Bronco fans I know out there. The other one being Philip J. Cliff. Shout out to Philip, being a Broncos fan. If he could be here, he would be here, but he's at work. So we going with one of the best Bronco fans I know. He knows his sports, he knows his football, and he definitely knows his Broncos. So Cuzzo's here to tell us, Cuzzo, what's wrong with your Broncos, man? What's going on with Russell Wilson? The people would like to know.
It's a mixture of everything. From training camp, not starting the players. So literally it's like these first 3 games looking like preseason. Just not getting nothing going. From play calling, from poor quarterback play, missing reads. We got a whole lot of holding penalties, dead last and everything that you can think of. Oh man, it's stanky over there on the offensive side. Yeah, I pray for the defensive coordinator every day. We got a good one. We struck on that, but that offense, man, you just gotta cook. I mean, your running back is injured. You know what I'm saying? All we got is Russ arm, man. He's showing us.
And his arm.
Married to him.
You are married to him till 2029.
Yeah. So
till 2029.
Burn down the kitchen.
So I'm gonna jump right in this. I'm gonna let Rio speak on it. So from what I've done, what I looked into, a little bit of research that I put into this topic, is the reason why Russell Wilson left the Seahawks, got the trade to go to the Broncos, is because he wanted to quote unquote cook more. He wanted to pass more. He wanted to be a more pass heavy offense. He wanted it to be like the Josh Allens of the world, the Patrick Mahomes of the world, the Jalen Hurts of the world. Now it's like he wanted to be more of a pass centric offense, and as where Pete Carroll was like, "No, let's run the ball, let's split it 50-50." That's where we've gotten our success at in the past. Let's continue to do that. So now Russ is in Denver, and he's showing you that arm talent, that amazing cannon he got locked onto that shoulder, where he's thrown an incredible 4 touchdowns throughout 5 weeks of the season. And like you stated, man, I mean, the QBR is like around like 36. Completion percentage is like 59. It's not looking too good for us, man. And I think he got a bit too much that he could chew.
Oh yeah,
he had that run offense that he can lean on in Seattle, plus a stud of a wide receiver, Deacon Metcalf. Not putting anything on Jerry Jeudy, because I love Jerry Jeudy. And I love him. So yeah, man, I think the mistake was just biting off too much that I could chew. Biting off too much more than he could chew. So Rio, how you feel about it, man? I know we dabble a little bit into the last show on Russell Wilson and the Broncos, man. How you feel about this team? What do you think are the questions in terms of what's going on with the team?
Man, honestly, like Cuzzo said, I mean, I just think it's like gelling. I think a lot of it is gelling. I think Russ coming and wanting to be a pass-heavy guy, something that you're just not natural. I'm not saying you can't be that, but everybody can't throw the ball 40 times a game. It's just not realistic. It's not realistic for guys to go out, because like you look at it, like you said, Josh Allen throw the ball almost 50 times a game, and they might run the ball in a total of like 10 in a span of a 60-minute game. Like, that's ridiculous. But everybody can't be Josh Allen. Even Aaron Rodgers throw the ball 30 times a game. So it's it has a niche for like a lot of things. You know what I mean? Maybe OC play, quarterback play, how they
Mm-hmm.
how
It's a
they
lot.
I mean, how they even, how they how they make practice. Like they might not practice at game speed. They might practice, it just seems like a lot of things like they don't practice everything situational, none of that.
Oh
So
yeah.
for me, it seems like it's just like poor collective play. And it just shows more so on Russ because like you said, y'all said you married to him to 2029. That's a long time. You
That's
know
a
what I
Long
long
mean?
time.
time. He'll figure it
So
out. He got 7 years.
so so at this point, it's like you can't have mediocre play and can't turn. You got to turn around between the next 2 weeks, or you're gonna have a lot more flat than what you get now. I mean, yeah, Tom Brady went through the same thing when he went to Tampa Bay, but in the same breath, they got it. They figured it out. You know what I mean? So you have to figure it out in a short
Mm-hmm.
span. So I don't know what I could think of you doing that, especially after losing Javonte Williams. Is you're gonna have to be more balanced offense. You just can't say Russ go out here and throw the ball 37 times and when it's a football game. You just can't do that. It's just not gonna happen.
Injuries to the left tackle. He's gone for the season. Injuries on both sides of the field. We got a lot of things going on, and all we need is rest to cook. And
Yeah. Hopefully that's the missing piece right there. Yeah. My apologies for the laughing while you was talking real
Yeah,
because
you good, bro.
Terrell's in the chat. Since I cut my beard, he says I look like Darvin Ham. He disrespectful. He is disrespectful. Oh man. And then the next comment say he looks like a fight fire. Dang, man. I thought about coming over here with this shaved face. And I was like, I'm gonna catch it from somebody. And it's your own peoples, man.
It's
Terrell.
It's old people, man.
Gabba said like fight fire. But he did his final comment was, Broncos country, let's ride. So
Mm-hmm.
that's been my favorite. That's been my favorite, quote the past couple of weeks. Oh, we also did have a side bet on last Sunday. If the Panthers win and the Eagles lost, I got to take him out for sushi. Vice versa, he takes me out to sushi. So he got to take me out to sushi. He got to hold my hand and open my door for me and tell me I look pretty when he take me out to sushi date.
Who bet that?
Terrell, Terrell Panthers
Why?
fan.
But why?
I had to do that, man.
He believed in the Cardinals. He believed in Kyler Murray.
We gotta stop believing. We gotta stop believing in us.
He also believed in you guys.
You gotta stop believing in us. There's nothing to believe in.
Oh man, yeah, nah. Cause that was when we played you guys last year, right? It was the
Eagles and Broncos.
Eagles versus Broncos. Cause I had to take me on the sushi date. He had to hold my hand, open the door. let me know that I was pretty, You know what I'm saying? So cause Halt said shout out to the uglies in the chat. I guess that's what we're gonna start calling the people in the chat is the
uglies. Yeah, nobody taking offense, man.
Yeah, nobody taking offense. But yeah, man, it's been a struggle for you guys in Bronco land. And
finna go through the gauntlet. Finna go through the gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna lean on the opposite side. I'm gonna lean on the side of it not being gelling. I'm gonna lean on the side of it. I don't think Russell Wilson is who we did. Mm-hmm. It's not who we thought he was in terms of him being in Seattle. There's times they were, not competitive, but successful and had a great season in Seattle, also including the Super Bowl run. They had run heavy offense at least 50% of the time, and the defense was stout. So we just needed Russell Wilson. I'm not Seattle. Seattle just needed Russell Wilson not to turn the ball over and to be heroic at some points of time. So with you being a pass heavy, I'm not saying Russell Wilson is not, accurate or he's not that guy when it comes to being a quarterback. I don't think he's just on the level of, like Rio said, of being able to pass the ball 48 to 50 times a game.
Oh yeah, he's not.
And to sustain success, over a long period of time. So, I feel like for those people, you either Tom Brady, who's extremely accurate, or Drew Brees, right? But even they also have a pretty good run game. For the people who don't have a good run game, they are passing the ball that many times. They got a cannon, like a straight laser arm. and they can pass it 50 times a game and be fine.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yes.
And the biggest thing I think, go ahead, because I'm off, bro.
My bad. Have you seen Josh Allen with people rubbing his shoulder on the bench? You constantly seeing that. You see that with Russ, and it's like, all right, bro, you're struggling to throw the ball. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's run the ball, you know? And it's the head coach, bro, he's not calling the right plays, come out the same formation on a final play twice. Come on, bro. You call a timeout, he called a timeout, you come out and shotgun twice. Like, everything is stanky, bro.
You guys look good out there. You guys look good. And just think about it. You got 7 more years of just looking this good.
The biggest thing is, too, man, like, Russ is the best when he's improvising.
JC, not you too, man. Terrell already let me have it. He already let me have it.
But Russ is the best when he's an improviser. Like that's when he's at his best. You know what I mean? Like he's not a guy you finna say, yeah, give me this 5 to 7 step drop back and complete and go through your progression. First of all, he's 5'10" on a great day, right? So you have to play the strengths. Put him on edges. Put him on the edge. Use a rollout. Put him in a situation where he can visualize the field. But it's the same thing we see with Kyler Murray, right? I don't think it's that Kyler Murray's not talented. I think the biggest thing is that we're trying to tell guys to go back here and make an 8-step drop and make a play downfield. Not saying they can't, but make it easier for them. Like the evolution of football is major. Like we're at a point now where the collegiate style of football is now in the NFL. So utilize these guys' strengths. Like these are mobile guys. Put them in the best situation to be successful. So, like, I don't understand why we got to say, all right, Russ, make a 3-step drop and stand tall and fit this ball between these 7-footers you're looking at in front of you, because that's what they are. So, yeah, I just think, and then it's like Cuzzo just said, like, it's poor scheming as far as like you have a lot of talent. Cortland Sutton is a very, very solid receiver. First of all, he's above average, and if he's able to get the touches he deserves, I think he can make himself a pro in a sense. And I think Jerry Jeudy has potential as well. And then you got KJ Hamler, obviously Javonte Williams up, but Mike Boone's a decent backup behind it, and you still got Melvin Gordon. So you have pieces to say, all right, bet we can compete. And then, like he just said, going through the gauntlet, Kansas City is going to be Kansas City no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of those and the Chargers are somewhat, if they don't beat themselves so much, they would honestly be better than what they are. But you have to go through the Chargers and the Chiefs, who have 2 of the best quarterbacks in football. Nobody's worried about the Raiders because the Raiders are going to beat themselves every time. But for you to Russ in general, you just have to be above average, and you have all the intangibles to be above average far as skill set. But on top of that, you have it as well as the guys that are surrounding you. So I think in a lot of ways, it's kind of just 50-50 for me. I feel like the scheme has to be better. I feel like he has to be better as a quarterback. All right, bet we can't throw the ball 40 times a game. Let me put this thing in Mike Boone hands and Melvin Gordon hands, and let's see if we can get these 4 or 5 yards instead of throwing 4 and 3 or 4th and 3. So I don't know, man. It's tough to watch, especially when you're a Russ fan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I thought when they first they first traded for Russ, a feeling that it literally happened the following couple of days where Phil and I were going back and forth on having a future for our teams, because he was talking about my Eagles record last year and I was talking about his record. And so he said, but you lost in the playoffs. But he got into a heated discussion back and forth. I was like, but at least we got a future. And then literally the next day, Russell Wilson got traded to the Broncos. I had to come back and say, I mean, look, let's say I got a future as well. But you know, we in week 6 now, and it's a combination of all of them, right? We'll only know in the future whether or not if it's completely Russell Wilson, but it's a scheme, it's Russell Wilson, and it's also y'all guys hit the nail on the head. It's a straight gauntlet, man. Y'all division is crazy.
You can't afford
Chargers Monday night. Man, we got the Chiefs.
Right, to hear that schedule, to hear somebody say, yeah, I got the Chargers Monday night, and then we got the Chiefs the next weekend. That's not the schedule in terms of the NFL. That's just our division.
and I know a lot of people sick too, because it's like everybody just knew the Kansas City Chiefs were gonna fall off hard, and all they did was get better. And it seems like, because now it's just more. He has more ability to spread the football. He doesn't have to force the football. He can utilize each weapon, and it's kind of crazy because it's like they just got better than what they were. Now, yeah, they only have one true number one target, but they have a lot of guys. And Patrick Mahomes is as good as we think he really is. For people who don't like him, I'm sorry. It's just what it is. He's great.
Oh, he's good.
He's a young GOAT in a sense. And I know it sucks to say for people, but he is who he is. He is him, and it's okay.
Aren't they the only NFL team that has like 3 wide receivers over? It's a crazy amount of yards they already have. Because he is passing the ball around so much. Oh, I'm looking at it right now.
I think Travis Kelce probably like top 10, 15 in yards.
Oh yeah, so they had Travis Kelce at 347, Marquez at 258, and then Judas Smith-Schuster at 257. So I think they had like 3 receivers over like 250 plus yards.
Marquez Valdez?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Marquez Valdez Scantling.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's a speedster, man.
Oh yeah. So I think they're the only team that's like that has 3 wide receivers that are over 250 something yards, because he is forcing him to pass the ball around.
Mm-hmm.
So, but to hear y'all say that that division is insane. I never forget. I think it was last year because I don't know all the divisions off the top of my head. I just know, which conference, what side of people when in terms of the conference. I don't know all the divisions off the top of my head. But Phil said they had the toughest division. I was like, who's in your division? He was like, the Raiders, the Chargers, and the Chiefs. I was like, oh, holy shit. I was like, there's no way you have all 3 of those.
All 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Devontae Adams, who just coming into the Raiders, and they've continued to lose games by like less than 3 points. So they're not a bad team.
They beat themselves, bro.
Yeah, they beat themselves.
Literally.
And so that's a tough division, man. To have your quarterback struggle. I can only just sit there and just watch with a smile on my face, because I've been through it.
That division is what NFC South used to be when it was Cam, Drew, and when Tom first got there. It's literally the same. Like, it's just crazy to look at from the standpoint of like, man, boy, they got to wake up and say, who we got this week? And we got Tay this week. Okay, who we got next week? Herbo and Cam. All right, who we got after that? Jesus Christ. When do we play the Browns?
Never.
When do we play the Jets? Anybody. I mean, anybody but those 3. I feel y'all fighting for your lives out there, man.
Yeah. I mean, even like Taz said in the chat, man, the Raiders are trash. Let's just say for the sake of argument, the Raiders are trash. It's still a division game, and those division games are tough. Like no matter what your opponent record is in your division, it's gonna be a tough game.
They're gonna play.
The crowd's gonna be loud, no matter what you're away or home. The coach is gonna be different. The players are gonna play different, just because it's a division game.
Absolutely.
The records really don't.
And the Raiders already start going through their ground, bro. They had to play the Chargers,
Yeah.
Well, they played the Chiefs they played the Chiefs Monday, right?
Mm-hmm. They just had to play the Chiefs. We just beat on each other, man. And it sucks. To just be the one get beat on. It sucks being the one get beat on. So.
And y'all got Patrick Mahomes for the next 10 plus years.
Boy ain't going nowhere, man.
10 plus years.
Nowhere.
And all they're gonna do is just either trade for more wide receiver weapons or draft more wide receiver weapons, just for him to just continue to keep going.
TK gonna retire. They're gonna bring somebody else in.
Crazy part about it, obviously, look like you don't even need that many weapons to work with.
Just let him be him. That's it.
That pass he did at the goal line when he was about to get sacked, and that toss pass, I was like,
backyard football,
bro. Nah.
I think that's why a lot of people don't like it, because he's just not. He is traditional, but in the same breath, he's not traditional.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact. Listen, this is the last firefighter comment we will have in the chat. I get it. I understand. It's got to stop at some point. Man. So, Cuzzo, You know,
What's
we
that?
appreciate you joining the show. You more than welcome to stay. You know what I'm saying? We got something to do. We completely understand.
Oh,
We
for
thank
sure.
you for your insight on the Broncos. We're about to move on to another wonderful team in the NFL. Rio got some good news. If you want to stay and give us your insight on the Carolina Panthers and the firing of Matt Rule.
I like to talk about the Panthers
Peters.
because they in a better position than us.
Rio. So
Yo.
obviously recently we just found out yesterday that that Matt Rule was let go from the Carolina Panthers. I maybe he was the reason, maybe he wasn't, maybe it was 50-50 with him and Baker Mayfield. But of course, we know you're gonna give us your gracious and insightful wisdom on the situation. Let us know how you feel about the recent let go of your head coach, Matt
Hey,
Rule.
Grandma, I'm sorry, but about fucking time. I mean, what took so long? How much fucking pain do we have to go through in order for us to understand he wasn't our guy? First of all, he wasn't our guy from day one. Trey, I think we talked about this. I think I told everybody when the day happened. I do not want this motherfucker on my team as our head coach. And we insisted to give him we give him year after. Why does it take? The man had won more than 5 games since he's been here. He has like 11-30 record. Why do we continue to give this guy a shot? He ain't did nothing we haven't done anything positive, nothing. And then we went. What's game 5, right? It's week 6. I said at the start of the season, he doesn't win more than 2 games by week 5, he's fired. I was trying to, first of all, I wouldn't even let it get that far, but that's what I just knew in general. But we've seen guys get fired for less. We've seen Todd Bowles get fired year after year 1 after going, 9-7. We've seen, what's my man that was in New York? Miami last year. Was it Bowles? Was Bowles in Miami last year? No, it was the one that Brian Flores, sorry. Brian Flores just got fired last year for going 9-7 with Miami. First year in. But this guy gets year after year after year. How does that make sense? We done ran CMC into the ground. DJ Moore is unhappy. Offensive line is just, they got better over the course of 1 week, but it's just like we're wasting talent defensively. I mean, we have all this talent across the board, and it's just like this guy is the sole reason he lost the locker room 2 years ago. I think so. I don't think you had it. I just don't think you had it at all. So for me, man, I can be a fan again in peace. I don't care if we lose. I don't care if we lose. It's just the freedom that I know that, all right, at least we got somebody that feels like, at least I feel like Steve Wilkes at least want to try to do right. At least want to try to do right. I don't feel like Matt Rule had any insist on trying to be a good NFL. First of all, we need to understand this, and we all need to understand this. Every college coach is not going to be a good NFL. First of all, the job itself is already minimal for college coaches to have success. How many college coaches has had success? The greatest college coach of all time, and Nick Saban, was ran out the league. And now he's the greatest coach. Now he's considered the greatest coach in college football because the NFL was not his suit. So for me, it's like, stop thinking this is going to be a transition that's going to be positive. It's not. I'd rather you use these assistants, these guys like what's my guy, Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, these guys who quarterback coaches, this, that, and the third. Like, let's run that. Let's do that instead of trying to go say, all right, I'm going to go get a guy at the American Conference. Nothing against the American Conference or Conference USA if it was still a thing. But I'm not going to say, we're going to take this guy at this conference and say, he's going to bring it to the big leagues and say, change our franchise. It's easy to change school. Change a franchise? Absolutely not. So I'm happy. I'm grateful. And I don't mean this in a way like, wish the man up the best, but I'm just glad he's not
right.
Kind of purpose.
What you said? What was your record under Matt Rule?
It was 11-30.
Goodness gracious! Ross said, y'all were 1-27 in games where the opposing team scored more than 17 points.
I really think it's gotta suck, bro. Like, it's gotta suck, bro. Like,
it's so bad to realize that your game was over as soon as your opponent hits 18 points. It's like, damn, we good. We done.
Everybody just leave.
Everybody just leave.
Just leave. It's the same turnaround. It's the same turnaround.
And they scored 3 touchdowns on this Boston. Good. Call it a night. Call it a night.
The mercy, play the mercy rule at this point.
For one in 27. Is that real? Right. Is that real? Or you just was that a joke?
That's real.
No, it's probably pretty close. It's probably pretty close. I ain't gonna lie to you. He ain't too far off.
Oh man, that man.
It just sucks, bro.
Oh, that's bad.
We seen people get fired for less. This guy got
that's
time
a fact.
time.
That's a fact.
Yeah, you got time at a time.
How much more do you want to get punched in the mouth, son?
That contract was crazy. Was it used to like how long was it ago that y'all signed him? Was it 2 years? 3 years?
This is year 3, I think. Yeah, I think he had a 5-year contract, if I'm not mistaken.
His contract was huge. It was like what, 80-something million?
It was unnecessary.
62 million.
It was unfucking necessary, my friend. It was unnecessary, dog.
Y'all owe that man $40 million.
He can have it.
$40 million.
Just like
what it was that coach for LSU Tigers when
Coach O.
Yeah, it's like you got 17 million left on your contract. We're gonna let you go. And he was like, well, when do you need me gone or what do you need me out of?
They done did what I need to do.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, dog. It's been a struggle. I know when my mom says she works for the Panthers, for everybody who doesn't know. Pretty sure everybody knows now, but when she says the team wins that following Monday, there's like donuts in the break room, there's snacks, for the Monday morning meeting and everything. And sometimes they provide breakfast depending on how good the win was. She said when y'all lose, man, they don't get shit for that Monday meeting.
Sour face. It's been so long since I heard get your free dozen on Monday after Carolina Panther win.
Get your
I forgot that even existed. So Cam Newton had us spoiled, dog.
Man, that's a fact. I think Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp said that they said Cam Newton did have you guys spoiled for quite some time. But yeah, and I know Terrell went to the game last Sunday. That's when he had met the bet. He was high off life for him to make that bet. I don't know what was going on.
I was never
believed in you guys. He believed it. Who'd you guys play last weekend? No, we played the Cardinals.
No, y'all played the Cardinals. We played this was last week. We played the Cardinals week before last. We played this past 49ers.
Oh yeah, Jimmy G. Yeah, all that man do was win. That's all he do was win.
And it ain't even like Debo had a good game.
No.
Debo didn't have a good game. I don't think GK had a good game either. The defense had a good game. And old Baker was Baker.
Yeah. So I'm glad you're back as a Panthers fan. They missed you. Rod's a Panthers fan, Hoss is a Panthers fan, Terrell's a Panthers fan. Y'all need as much camaraderie and cohesion and brotherhood as possible when it comes to this fan base. It's one of these days, you get your guys a Super Bowl win. Gotta draft let's say y'all going for Bryce Young. Y'all got a draft pick. Y'all got a draft pick, right?
Yeah.
In the first,
it need to be Bryce, CJ, or Hendon Hooker, hometown kid.
Yeah,
I watched that boy grow up. He's wilding out there in Tennessee.
Oh, mom said they only get water when y'all. I'm pretty sure that's already in the stadium. It's already there. It's not like they had to go get the water and bring it in. The water's already there. It's in the stadium somewhere. So that tickled me when she told me.
That's funny.
She hates going to work after y'all lose because it just be the Monday meetings or the Tuesday meetings, depending on when you have the game. It'd be dreadful.
Mama, we got a couple weeks. We got a lot of weeks left. It's a lot more losing to see.
It's all right, man. Y'all pretty sure y'all be able to turn around with Baker Mayfield. He ain't going yet.
He got a high ankle sprain.
Are y'all starting him? So who y'all starting?
PJ Walker starting. Last I heard, I don't think it's gonna change. I know they try to make him questionable, but he ain't gonna play with a high ankle sprain. He's out at least 3 weeks.
Is Sam Darnold still injured?
As far as I know. And even if he isn't, they're gonna still start PJ over Sam. You already went through that experience.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure you guys will turn around. You got a bright future ahead of you. You got DJ Moore. I'm glad he didn't ask for a trade yet. You
He
to keep
probably
him.
thought about it.
That trade rumor about CMC going to the Bills, who was y'all going to get in return? Because that would have been crazy. You've seen that? Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Who was y'all supposed to get?
I don't know. I just remember seeing the destinations. It was you guys, Washington.
We can't afford that. We can't afford it.
Can really nobody can really afford it. That's why I don't even know why I started becoming a thing.
Because y'all would have asked for our number one over our first round draft pick from the Saints.
We need all that.
Yeah, we can't afford to get that.
We need all that. And you don't even want. First of all, you don't want that. You don't want that backfield clash. You don't want to add Miles Sanders and CMC back there.
Yeah, because it seems. Yeah, CMC. He's been healthy this season though. He's been fine, right?
He's been playing well. He's playing extremely well. He's the reason we're on the board a lot of times.
Yeah, I definitely couldn't. That'd be so bad. I wouldn't put it past Lurie though, because he's a shrewd operator when it comes to making trades. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, you guys are probably asking for that.
Definitely. You guys ask for that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Need your best.
I've been trying to get Jerry Jeudy from the Broncos. I told Cuzzo I give him Jalen Reagor trade.
Jalen Reagor in Minnesota.
Yo, be quiet, man.
Man, you do not want no Bronco receiver. We lead the league in drops, man.
Do y'all lead the league in drops in bad ball placement, or do y'all lead the league in drops because y'all can't catch the ball?
Both.
Because it means it's supposed to touch when it touch your hand. Rio was a wide receiver in college, so if it touch your hands, it's supposed to be a catch.
I tell you what, man, what's crazy is that Jerry Jeudy is the one that drops a lot of. For real, I love Jerry Jeudy, but Jerry Jeudy has a lot of drops, and this is coming back from last year.
This year too.
Yeah, this is dating back to last year.
He dropped a slant across the middle, bro, and he could have took that 20 yards
for sure. That's why I know it hurts. A playmaker like that dropping passes, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he got that Jerry Jeudy foot too. That ankle that lay flat on the ground. That's how you know you done for. Your Prince, come on, man. You know your wide receiver can lay his ankle flat on the ground on the move.
Oh, big crossover.
Big crossover. Mm-hmm. Done. It's over. It's over. Yeah. So let's shift over to basketball. I was watching some preseason highlights, and I was sitting here thinking to myself, we had this conversation way back when Steph won his 4th ring with the Warriors about what it would take for Steph Curry to pass LeBron James on the all-time list of NBA players, right? And because, like I said, most people got him like barely a top 10. We had this conversation. You couldn't figure out why he had just passed KD on some people's list. The team they have now, I don't know how they were able to do it. I mean, they kept their draft picks during their down years when Steph was injured and Clay was injured. So I see they had these high draft picks. But Jonathan Kuminga, Wiseman, who looks like he does look like a number 1 overall draft pick in the preseason. We know it's still preseason, but it's still some exciting basketball to see. And you have Kuminga, Wiseman, and Poole. You're literally reloading the gun for Steph Curry's future over the next 5 or 6 years, depending on how long you can keep these young players on the contract. That ultimately takes the load off of Stephen Curry, where he can play even longer, right? His game is going to let him play long as hell because he doesn't rely on athleticism. But it's going to even add even more years in terms of productivity from Steph Curry and even Clay, right? We don't know about Mike Tyson. I mean, Draymond, we don't know how long he's going to be there. But I sat there and I thought in my office, I was sitting there and I said, how many more rings does Steph Curry need to pass LeBron James, who only has 4, which he has 4, and he's the Finals MVP for every single last one of them? How many more rings would he need to pass LeBron James on the all-time list of NBA players? Because for you to sit here and say it can never be done, like a lot of people have heard say that, that's kind of ridiculous to say. Those are the same people who think on the level of Michael Jordan would never be surpassed by LeBron, no matter what he does. Steph Curry, though, who's in his prime, maybe at still the tail end, but in his prime, has a chance to win 2 more rings, maybe with this young talent they have. I mean, 6 rings, could that put you past LeBron James, especially in this era? Cuzzo, I'm gonna start with you, man. Talk to me. What would it take for Steph Curry to pass LeBron James on the all-time list of players?
So LeBron points, and then he's gonna finish top in rebounds, and then he's gonna finish, top 10, probably top 10 in assists as well. On top of that, he got Finals MVPs, and then he beat and came back, overcome the odds against Curry. It's gonna take at least 3 rings, 2
more?
rings. It's gonna take 2 rings.
You say he needs.
I'm gonna go with 2, bro. It's gonna be 2 rings because LeBron went through some adversity, with that Cleveland ring, bro, and I don't want to hold that like as an end all be all, but he went through some adversity.
So, but you're saying there's a shot. That's what you're at least saying that there's a possibility if Curry in the LeBron era, I mind you, they're still playing at the same time, both kind of at the same age, the same time in their prime tail end. If Curry shuts out LeBron, he doesn't win no more rings because of Steph Curry. Steph Curry wins 3 more. You're saying bare minimum 2 to start the conversation. But 3 more gets him over the hump.
2. It's 2 more that's gonna shut everybody up. Because it's like that man he's unguardable. And then on top of that, he's the main focus on all the defense. And you could put anybody around him that's like good basketball player, bro. It's lights out. It is really lights out. 2 definitely would do it. Put him over LeBron. I mean, Bron gonna have everything though.
Yeah, he is. He's gonna have all the stats. But somebody put out a good point, which is a counter argument to the stats. And I'm not gonna discuss where I land on the fence yet. I'm gonna let Rio go first. But for the stats situation, somebody said, isn't Russ over Steph in every stat possible, but y'all still consider Steph a better player.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's tough.
I'm gonna leave that one alone, but I seen that too, and I was like, that's great. That's great for a sports debate.
Yeah,
that's great for sports debate.
Yeah, that is great. So yeah, LeBron will end with all the stats, but like I said, a lot of people know that Russell Westbrook has more stats in terms of rebounds, of course, assists, with him being a triple double leader over the span of like 3 or 4 years. So definitely rebounds, all of that. It's like, but you still consider Steph a better player. Cuzzo's answer is 2 rings. Steph's better than LeBron, especially in this era. They're playing at the same time in the same conference, so that means Steph would have been the reason as to why LeBron doesn't make the finals for the most part if the Lakers make the playoffs. You have Anthony Street-Close Davis. It's kind of tough to get him to play games. That boy missed a preseason game with lower back soreness. Preseason game where he only played 1/2 of the preseason game, and then the next preseason game he had to miss because of lower. I don't want to get into all that, but 2 rings. Steph Curry needs 2 rings for Cuzzo in order to pass LeBron. He's not saying it's not impossible. The number's 2. Rio, talk to me, man. What would Steph had to do, or does he not have a shot to pass LeBron in your eyes? But if he does, what would he have to do? What would he have to accomplish in his career in order to make that step?
Valid point, man. I think what Cuzzo said probably 2. I think 2 is a solid for him to get over the hump. I think if he gets 5 though, I think 5 you have to put him in that conversation. 5 you have to now address him in the same mention as LeBron, and so whoever else you want to talk about, right? Bean, Mike, because he now has, first of all, undersized guard, and he's dominating the league. He's impactful with the league. He's doing everything he needs to do in order for his team to get over the hump. He's the sole reason the Warriors are who they are. You can say it's anybody else, but it is because of Stephen Curry. You can hate it a level, but it is what it is. So one, you have to put him in that conversation. Two, and sorry to my LeBron fans, but you're gonna have to accept reality. You're gonna have to accept reality if he gets that along with a finals MVP. If he gets two more rings and two more finals MVPs, you have to put that in conversation. You have to understand that he is pound for pound at this point. That guy that you have to. That's just me personally. You have to put him over LeBron. You have to, because this is during his era. I mean, it is still LeBron's era. You know what I mean? So,
and I think that's what plays a huge part in it for me.
It's same conference with Pat.
He would have to get past him at some point in time. The Lakers are not always going to be boo-boo where they don't make the playoffs. I feel as though there would have to be a couple of times LeBron would have to play Steph Curry in order to pass him to get to the finals over the next couple of years. So yeah, no, it's very interesting. So you going with the number 2 as well. So 6 total rings. With LeBron still at 4, 6 total rings for Steph Curry to be put over LeBron in your all-time list.
I mean, it's already the most winning system, bro. Like,
I want to say 5, man. I really do. In all reality, I want to say 5. I really want to say 5, but I won't discredit LeBron and what he's accomplished and what he's done. And I understand that a lot of everything is a systematic. Is based off a system, and LeBron is the system. But in the same breath, it's like, man, you can't knock a guy for what he's been blessed into, and he's perfected what he's been blessed into. You know what I mean? So, and that goes for both those guys. But I think, man, like 5, man. First of all, we know a lot of people gonna already start that conversation. He doesn't have to necessarily get 6. When if he gets 5, that conversation is already where LeBron's gonna start weeding LeBron out. You know what I mean? At that point, and that's just how the game goes.
Yes,
you got to accept as a fan. So you got to tell LeBron to go get his, go get 5. Right. So before he go get 5, that's just how you got to roll with it.
That's a fact. I mean, for me, it would have to be from what Cuzzo laid out, and through his argument, it was LeBron's history in terms of what he has accomplished, what he's had to get past in order to get his 4 rings. At anything, at least his what was it? His 3rd ring, right, in Cleveland. That was the one he came back from 3-1. His first 2 was in Miami. So for me, it would have to, and as crazy as it sounds, and that's how great of a player LeBron is. And that's not even knocking against LeBron. Like, everybody in the chat understand where Cuzzo is coming from. A man would have to get 6 rings for that person to be considered better than LeBron James. Because that's obviously Michael Jordan has 6, but it's undefeated. But he would have to get 6 rings. LeBron would have to stay at 4 for him to even be moved down a notch. And that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot for the player LeBron James is. I get he's a GOAT in a lot of people's eyes, but that's not even knocking on the man. That's saying that that's what saying for the most part in Cuzzo's eyes, getting 5 is just a conversation starter. And he understands that 5 isn't enough. To get a 6th one plus finals MVP for both times, for me, I think that's a number. That's the magic number is 6. Is him getting those 2 more finals MVPs, 2 more rings. That magic number for me would be 6. I know a lot of people lean on the whole KD thing, him having those big impact for the 2 rings, but like Cuzzo said, man, like we understand basketball, every defense was focused on Steph Curry. They was double teaming Steph Curry.
Bro,
so
that man,
KD was just a 1-on-1 situation with 99% of the players in the league, other than Giannis, maybe. He's gonna cook them for 40 easy. So even LeBron is as great of a defensive player he is. It's kind of tough to guard KD 1-on-1 because you got to have the height. KD obviously has like 3 more inches over LeBron, and he still has that thing on the string. It's kind of crazy.
Skills big. He's beyond skills big.
So yeah, for me, it'd be 6. I think it's possible. I think it's possible. I think it's a little bit easier for me because my GOAT was stepped over early on by LeBron, and I just kind of had to accept it with Kobe Bryant, so I was losing that argument left to right when LeBron had 2. And they were saying he was better than Kobe. I was like, well, damn, just fuck the 3 more rings, I guess. I guess. I'm sorry, but I lost that argument a long time ago. So I think it's easier for me to say it's possible because I've seen it happen to my GOAT. For the old heads who still living in the 80s and 90s and they were saying won't happen to MJ, it'll happen. It'll happen because if LeBron James wins one more ring, it's over. They chomping on me.
In my eyes, bro, he's there. It's a conversation right now.
Yeah, it's a conversation right now for most people. They have it all the time on First Things First, Undisputed, and all that. But I think to seal the door for a lot, it's gonna be that one more ring. Hall said Bill got 11, right? And he's barely in anyone's top 10. LeBron has had an impact on the league since he got drafted. It took Steph Curry damn near half his career. Not saying he's not great, but nah. That's a good point. That's a good point. I see where you're coming from. I still think you at least got to have the conversation though, Hoss. If he gets 2 more,
this ring right here, he did it against the Defensive Player of the Year, Finals MVP.
And it was awesome defense. It was
awesome defense.
Awesome defense. You know, Inmate was out there porking that white heifer, but it was awesome defense. You know,
yes.
He was out there doing what he had to do. Maybe that's where he got his defensive schemes from.
This guy.
Oh man. Goodness gracious. When they showed the picture of the woman, I said, damn. You know, she didn't ask for this. She didn't ask to get slanted out there in public, but god damn, man.
She did it to herself.
If you gonna cheat,
first of all, I'm not cheating on Nia alone at all.
Joy Taylor.
I've been loving Nia alone since I was a kid. In Friday. When she was dead.
In Friday.
When she was dead. You crazy.
Thad said Bill played my grandma while they worked at the post office. Nah, man. Yeah, I think you at least gotta have the conversation. You know, I think you gotta at least start the conversation. 6 rings is a lot of rings, man. For that person to be not considered a top 3 player. He at least has to be right under LeBron. Because I mean, for the most part, people got, let's see, I was looking at MJ 1, LeBron 2, and then however you want to mix it around, Kareem, Magic, Kobe, Shaq, Larry, Wilt, Duncan, and Steph Curry. That's a lot of people's top 10 right there.
Mm-hmm.
With 6 rings, I think you at least get put up. You at least get put up to that 3rd spot.
Oh yeah,
it'd be more than Magic, more than Kobe, more than Shaq, more than Bird, more than Wilt. Tim has 5, so it'd be more than Tim. It'd be definitely that 3rd spot.
I don't like that Kobe disrespect, but that's the topic for another day.
Man, I lost that fight a long time ago.
You just give up. You just give up. I was in, and I kid you not, I was in the 8th grade losing that fight. And that was a long time. 8th grade was like 2006. 2006 for me. I was losing that fight in 2006, in 2007. That's when I was losing that fight. So I was like, man, y'all got it. This is the Walker. I don't ever think, man, I just think you have to just give up on it. Because, you know, it's going to be an argument. You know, you're never going to be able to deny LeBron's greatness as we stated. But I think it's a lot of times that you got to weigh the facts, man. A lot of times you just got to watch. You got to just say, all right, we watch hoops now. How can you say this just deliberately and stand on that and not say Kobe's not as great as he is? Like, that's my thing. I think that I hate posts. Like, you just, like, I love Mike, but you can't just say Kobe's not great. Like, I hate people who be like, oh, Kobe's just an average Joe. I mean, no way you couldn't sit here and say Kobe average. Like, he's like he can't be in this top 5 conversation on the regular. For a lot of people, he is 1. And he has a right to be considered 1.
That's a fact.
I just like how you walk on that man's name like that. That's and when he passed, it was the worst.
Yeah, it was
the worst when he passed.
Yeah. I was Cuzzo was the first person to tell me. He woke me out of my sleep.
Yeah, bro.
He woke me out of my sleep.
And early that morning.
Yeah, I think we was playing the game, bro. And I think it came across my phone. It was like Kobe just car crash. I mean, a helicopter crash. I was like, what? He like the whole world stops, man.
Right. No, the whole world did stop because he was holding the whole world together.
Yeah.
But shortly after Kobe died, the whole world set on fire. The whole world set on fire. I was like, was it him? It was him, Lord. It was him that was holding the world together.
You didn't tell us that one.
Lord, Kobe, come on.
You didn't let us know that one, OG.
Yeah, he ain't let us know that he was the one.
I was unprepared.
He was the one.
And I holding it together. I despised Kobe for a long time. Not even because he was just because I was a Dwayne Wade fan and I always had to answer to the fact that Kobe was his superior. And it just what it was. Dwayne Wade is the top 3 all-time shooting guard. It is what it is. But I always had to fight this fight and say, oh man, D-Wade better than Kobe. And in my heart, I knew he wasn't. Yeah. I always had to stand tall with 3. I'm always gonna stand tall with 3 to this day. So it was just like, I just don't like that Kobe disrespect, man. I'll be hearing it a lot, man. Y'all are really disrespectful.
I'll never forget that day. I was on the bus heading home. And we was talking about basketball, and it got on the topic best player, and it was like I think it was like 4 against 1. And it's like, no, LeBron's it. I'm like, dang, when did this happen? Like I missed the committee. I missed the committee meetup on when we voted LeBron the best player back in 2007. I was like, dang. I think 2007 when Kobe had 4 rings, right? He didn't win his 5th one till
9-10.
Yeah, 9-10. I was like, damn, what happened? Hey, boy got 4 rings. LeBron already better than Kobe? Everybody on the bus was saying, yeah. Everybody, I was like, damn.
That's just a battle you can't win, man. You can't win it with none of them. So I just give up on it personally. Win that battle.
I said, yeah, I gave up on that. Tad said if he found out the news about Kobe's passing, he's at work and he do know for the rest of the shift.
Thanks.
That was a tough one for me to swallow, boy. I was like, I cried. I cried for a couple of days on that thing, man. My mom had to call and check in on me.
Yeah. I mean, Kobe ran so we, walked so we can run, for real.
That's a fact, boy. That was my guy. Holding the whole world together like Spider-Man was holding that thing together.
My boy said Kobe was holding the world together because the world went to shit afterwards.
I'm telling you, that's a fact.
that's a fact, though.
The whole world turned upside down immediately. It wasn't like what a couple weeks later till everything just started going to shit. Quick.
Bean had us in that. Bean had us together, Slim.
Quick.
Wow.
And it's still going to shit.
It ain't stopping.
It ain't stopping. It ain't nothing to stop yet. It's still going.
It's still swinging away. Son. That's crazy.
Man. But I got some. This weekend we play the Cowboys. I'm looking forward to that.
Michael Parsons.
Sunday night game.
Javon Diggs. I'm definitely watching that game.
I'm scared of Michael Parsons. I'm scared.
Somebody said he MVP.
That man's a mammal.
Boy, he is a Digimon out there in the Pokemon world. He different. That I'm scared.
Oh, bro, yeah.
I'm scared. I'm scared. So I don't know where they're gonna put him, but we're gonna have to have a tight end shadow him, mirror him, and just chip block.
Miles Sanders your biggest back. Miles Sanders your biggest back.
He is, but I don't want to get him destroyed.
That's what I was just trying to think out loud. Man, that's the biggest back you got.
We're gonna have to bring a backup from the practice squad just to get hit the whole game.
This is your assignment. Don't do nothing else.
We're running a 2 tight end, 2 back formation. With 1 wide receiver on the outside.
Just go interchange Tay and AJ.
Tay and AJ. Hey, the ball's coming to you. We ain't got no choice.
Make a play.
We got 1 tight end and 1 running back blocking, and the other tight end, other running back, they going running for their lives. So it's 75% of the balls is coming your way. So be ready.
This your biggest test?
It's gonna be. I believe so.
That's far.
It's gonna be the best defense we played. I think it's not on the same level as the Buccaneers, but I think in order for us to get to the NFC Championship, we're gonna either have to face the Cowboys defense or the Buccaneers defense. So I believe it's gonna be a good test for us. If we're able to succeed and beat this team, it's gonna be a great game. First of all, I cannot. It's gonna be at my mom. I'm gonna be at my mom's house too. The second we start losing and there's no hope for us to come back, I'm gone. I gotta go home instantly. I'm out.
Yeah.
And I'm catching the Uber from the airport to my mom's house, so I will Uber home.
Absolutely. Might walk.
With my suitcase. I'm coming back from Chicago with my suitcase.
Might walk for real.
Yeah, so I'm gonna call Cuzzo come pick me up. Cuzzo, I'm hurt.
Okay.
But yes, I think it's gonna be the biggest test. I'm kind of relieved we're not playing against Dak. With all the Cooper Rush praise going on out there, it's all smoke and mirrors.
Absolutely.
He's just out there not to turn over the ball.
Absolutely. Game manager.
Yeah, Dak's a winner. He's a playmaker. He's a game changer. So I'm kind of relieved we're not playing Dak low key. We just got to deal with Cooper Rush. So, as long as we play a good solid defensive game, and apparently I think nobody scored over like 16 to 17 points on Dallas yet this season. So if we score like 21, we good. We'll be able to beat them. But it's gonna be tough, man. Fighting off Michael Parsons is gonna be a tough battle. That boy, he's something else.
He's a man child.
He's something else. He's not even the biggest. Like he's
versatility.
Just will.
Yeah. It's just that determination. That dog is what everybody calls it.
Yeah, but I do think with so the best thing or the best counter for a heavy pass rush defense is a run game.
Absolutely.
We have a good run game. We have a great run game. Not even good. It's a great one. So I think we stick to that, which we already have been throughout the year. We haven't tried to turn Jalen Hurts into Patty Mahomes or Josh Allen. I think we'd be fine. I think it's gonna be a low scoring game because we're gonna be running the ball a lot, but I think we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Prince.
It's in Dallas.
It's in Philly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in Philly. Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be rocking. It's gonna be rocking. It's gonna be rocking in Philly.
Yeah. It's gonna be rocking. So I gotta change my flight to come back home earlier. So I gotta it is scheduled to get back at like 9:30. I was like, nah, I need to change that.
Yeah.
I need to change that. I need to be there on time for the kickoff.
Yeah. Walking in the door when the ball going there.
Yes, nervous still, boy.
What I miss?
Knowing if we drop this game, boy, it's crazy. The narratives changed so much through our season. The first 5 games, right? At the beginning, it was, can the Eagles be a good football team, right? Is Jalen Hurts better? Then 2 games into it is, okay, Jalen Hurts is better. The Eagles is a good football team, but they've only beaten the Detroit Lions, and who was the second team we played?
The Vikings.
The Vikings. They only beat the Detroit Lions and the Vikings, which I think we're the only loss on the Vikings record. They're 4-1, I think. So, and then the narrative changed from, well, they're a good team. All the other teams they play are just bad, and they have all these weapons. And then it was your true test would be the Arizona Cardinals, right? And then after we beat the Arizona Cardinals, it was, well, your real true test is going to be the Dallas Cowboys, because if y'all lose this game, you're not going to be the team.
You guys suck. You guys suck. Like, what?
First of all, their defense is like the best defense, one of the best defenses in the league, and it's a division game. So I already know
we're still going to be top of the list, 5-1.
Right. And it's going to be, the whole world's going to just shatter. If we lose this game, the whole world's going to shatter. Stephen A. Smith already said that the pressure's on Philadelphia to win this game more so than it is the Dallas Cowboys, which I don't understand, because if we beat Dallas, we're up 2 games in our division and up 2 games overall. Absolutely. So it's hard to make up 2 more games in the NFL. You got to rely on the other team to lose, and you got to win. So it's
hot street.
Yeah, I get the pressure, but I know the whole sports world is going to overreact. if we lose, and then they're gonna overreact if we win anyways. Either they're gonna shout to the high heavens on if we beat the Dallas Cowboys. So,
everybody gonna be fake Jalen Hurts fans.
there's a lot of Jalen Hurts fans out there, man.
There's a lot of fake ones too. It's a lot of them just waiting for his downfall. That's the ones I hate.
That's a fact. That's a fact. To this day, I give Phil his props for having faith when I didn't have faith. I remember driving home that fateful night. He called me saying, "Y'all just drafted Jalen Hurts." I was like, "Why would you draft that? We got Carson Wentz. Why would we draft Jalen Hurts for?" Sure enough, as a wise man once called him, Jalen Payne. That's what I got it from that man right there on the screen. Jalen Payne. That man different. I love
different.
I love that boy. If I had,
he's different.
I had my son, I'm be like, listen, you be just like that boy right there.
Oh,
just like Jalen Payne.
Model season. Model. He's a QB right there, man.
Oh yeah.
All the way through.
Oh yeah. So
the way he talks.
I'll tell you right now, we beat the Dallas Cowboys this weekend. I'm about another Jalen Hurts jersey. It'll be my fourth one.
What color?
What color?
I ain't got it in white. I hate buying white jerseys because it gets so dirty, or green. I don't have a midnight green either.
You gotta get that. You got the old school Kelly Green?
No, I don't.
You need to get that one.
I need to get that one.
That's what you need to get.
That'd be tough. I'm looking forward to it though. I'm looking forward, especially if we win. Even if we win, I still gotta leave early. I'm be talking hella shit. I have to leave. I'm gonna have to leave early whether we win or lose because I get up out of it. All right, man. Almighty, brother. That boy attacking me. But as always, appreciate you guys. Cuzzo, thank you for coming on the show. It's been a pleasure.
Yes, sir. We appreciate you, brother.
Been a pleasure. The brighter days is coming. With the Broncos.
I hope so. Burn it down.
Broncos country, let's ride. He should have never said that. He should have never. That's what y'all messing up, man. Because now everybody's saying it. Everybody's saying it.
They beating us saying it. That's right.
That TikTok mean money in the bank. Have you heard that? When like on 2K when they shoot and miss the ball, be like money in the bank. I gotta show you. I gotta send it to you. Rio, as always, man. Appreciate you joining the show. Appreciate you making it happen.
And we still gotta figure out this 2-year anniversary this time now.
Man, let me tell you something. First of all, no JC and Cooper Rush we trust. I need to stop playing for he become your quarterback. You know the Cowboys are prone to doing that type of shit.
That could be in Charlotte.
That could be in Charlotte, and Cooper Rush will be your quarterback. Y'all did it twice already with Drew Bledsoe, Tony Romo, and then Tony Romo with Dak. Y'all did it twice already. You keep messing around with Cooper Rush.
You just got what you asked for.
Let Jay Jones see them Cooper Rush jerseys go up in sales. It's over for y'all. And he keep winning. And Cooper Rush beat the Eagles this Sunday. It's over for Dak. I'm sorry. He ain't coming.
He might well stay hurt the rest of the year.
He might as well stay hurt for the rest of the year. That boy, Cooper Rush only make it like $6 million or something like that. Yeah, nah.
Be the highest paid backup quarterback in the league.
That Prescott gonna end up in Charlotte. Y'all keep messing. Y'all keep messing with Cooper Rush. Keep shouting his name. Y'all gonna get what you want. He gonna show y'all why he been a backup quarterback this whole time. You can get what you want.
You'll get to that playoff and lose. We got Cooper Rush. Next year it's gonna be like, we got Cooper Rush for the next season. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
y'all got the Cooper Rush for the next couple seasons because Jerry Jones will jump the gun.
That 5-12 record gonna look real good.
Yes, sir, it is. Yes, sir. But yeah, as always, we appreciate everybody in the chat. Thank you guys. Cuzzo has brought an amazing viewer with him. So appreciate that, Cuzzo. Apparently, you've been the star of the show. Haven't had this much eyes on the show since we had Hoss and Taz and Phil in there. Maybe we need to have more people on the show. They don't like hearing Rio and I talk. So apparently that's it. And obviously I need to continue to keep my beard shaved because that shit kept going on for at least 2 years.
He said dumb hell.
But let's go back. Terrell starts off with, you look like the Lakers coach. Then the next comment was, Trey looks like he fights fires. As soon as JC gets in the chat, I don't think he realized as soon as he started viewing, his first comment was shout out to the uglies in the chat, but his next comment immediately, the timestamp is crazy. Immediately. Hey yo, trail of this mustache. Next comment from Rod is Luigi. Then JC calls me Dr. Disrespect. I didn't tell y'all this one. Terrell goes and says, Trey, you look like he volunteers at the National Lego Conventions. And that was crazy. That was crazy. The National Lego Convention.
That one was mean.
JC with the next comment. He need to be on Chicago Fire. Dang. Then Rod with the Chicago Fire. Terrell calls me Mr. Mustache. JC comes back with the Mr. Potato Head. Damn, it's coming. I think that was it. I think that was. Wait a minute. Did House say something? No, House did at least comment on my light. He said I got good lighting. His girl actually wanted to know where I got the light from. Looks like I'm about to do makeup to damn. I just read the second part of that. Man, it was just roast Trado day, boy. God almighty. And Hall says I look like the bald dude, the bald Spanish guy from Chicago Fire. It's still going. I think that was the last one.
Is Dr. Disrespect the dude who streams?
Yeah, man. Hold on, I'm about to pull up. This is the
dude with sunglasses.
Yeah. The bald dude from Chicago Fire.
Oh no.
Hold on, let me share my screen. Damn.
That's a good stash right there, man.
And Terrell said I look like Darvin Ham. God damn, boy. I ain't catch a break. He said Spanish dude from Chicago Fire.
Hell nah, man.
Oh. Where's he at? How sent the message. Oh, this guy. Damn. Y'all motherfuckers let me have it, man. Y'all niggas let me have it, boy. God, so damn, boy. Niggas let me have it today, huh?
That's tough.
Oh, yeah,
that's how Russ feel right now, bro.
Dang, not Taz said I'm now serving watchtowers at J-Dub. Taz, go.
Y'all boys is too funny.
He asked if I was going door to door. Dang, man.
Oh no.
No, J-Dubs can't have beers, man. I guess. Yeah, it's almighty. You know what? I am glad I at least went through the fire when I was in middle school and I was getting picked on, so I'm not hurt by none of this.
Oh yeah.
It's hilarious, actually. The Dr. Disrespect with no JC.
That made no damn sense, bro.
That boy said I look like the Spanish dude from Chicago Fire. That was crazy. Terrell been calling me Darvin Ham since he got hired by the Lakers coach. The day Darvin Ham got hired by the Lakers, he instantly texted me. He was like, bro, I thought this was you. Like, it's damn, boy.
Hey, y'all funny as hell.
Hey, you know what? Sorry, man. It's all right. I told him I'm gonna be a state trooper for Halloween. Got the mustache going on, firefighter and something. I'm gonna be one of them. Give me a firefighter hat. I'll just be ready. Yeah, sir. Man, appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody in the chat watching, viewing. Appreciate all the views, all the love, man. Even though some of it was painful to get through. We appreciate everybody being here, exploring this or its experience with us in our podcast for tonight. Thank you again to Cuzzo for being on the show. Of course, Big shout outs to Rio, my
Shout out to
man.
Cuzzo and Trey.
Big shout out to all the uglies in the chat. We appreciate you guys. I need to get emojis. Like, you know how they have like emojis on Twitch. I need to get a mustache for the apparently, so y'all can spam it in the chat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Everybody have a good night.
Be
Appreciate
safe,
you
fellas.
guys. Love you guys. Be safe.
Love y'all.
You guys have a good one. That boy Rio be out. He be out. He be gone. Like Rio's finger be on like the end button before I even say goodnight. See, look, what? See, I'm like a couple seconds behind, but his finger be right here. It be ready. It be ready. It be on there. Appreciate you guys, man. Much love to everybody who's in here. Thank you guys. You guys